Hey beautiful people, this is Keri Kavali with the Imperfect Housewife Thrives, and I am just making a quick video just to remind my mothers out there to not forget about themselves. If you haven't seen my first YouTube video that I released titled 5 Ways to Stay Sane as a Stay-at-Home Mom, I definitely advise for you to take a peek at that. I also carry, 5 more tips, so in total 10 tips to stay sane as a stay-at-home mom on my website. The link is in my description. But if you weren't able to see that video, which by the way, it is a pretty long video, but it's going to be totally worth your time that you watch it. One of my points was to not forget about yourself. And I just wanted to take a quick moment while my kids were sleeping to just speak lightly on this. I will go more in depth about this subject, but thinking about yourself is very, very important. Sometimes we think to ourselves, well, we don't have a babysitter. I don't have a babysitter. I don't have family that can watch my kids at the drop of a dime. So I don't have that luxury. If you don't, I totally understand, and I'm in the same boat with you. Oftentimes I don't have a babysitter. I may have a babysitter, every 2 weeks from a very loving and caring family member, but I don't have a babysitter, and we're definitely not going to dish out the money right now in our lives to pay for one. And the reason being is because we have other things to do with our money right now. And the type of relationship I have with my husband, which, if you do have a spouse that can maybe take the kids and then you find some time alone, that's awesome. But for me, the time that I do have with my husband, we like to do things together, so I hardly have time for myself. Maybe I'll let him watch the kids and I'll sneak off for a little bit, but more than likely not. So I do suggest finding happiness in treating yourself within your space. And what I mean by that is it's more like a mental practice. For an example, what I do is because I don't often have times where I'm able to treat myself or think about myself or have time alone, which is very important. My time alone is actually before the kids wake up. I'll either wake up an hour before them and I'll do meditation on the patio, or I'll read a good book. I'll take a stroll around the neighborhood. That is my time. Or when they go to bed, I'll do an hour of alone time for myself. Sometimes I'll tell my hubby, tonight is completely about myself. I'm gonna let the kids sleep and I'm just gonna lock myself in one of our bedrooms and I'm just gonna do my own thing. And he totally understands. Another option is, right now, I'm drinking sparkling water out of a champagne glass. And right now it's kind of just plain. I'll sometimes put a cucumber or squeeze some lime in there. And that's just a way to fancy it up a bit. Every day, I'll take the kids out and we'll go to the park, or we'll go to the mall, or we'll run errands. We do things most of my days, every day I do a portion of the day dedicated to my kids before I focus on my projects. On some days, I'll just tell myself, what, today is for me. Today is for me. Or I'll do a portion where I'll be maybe one day early in the morning, we'll go for a morning walk around the neighborhood. And then when we come home, that's it. The rest of the day is for mama. I'll get my kids, I'll give them a whole bunch of snacks, I'll make sure they're fed. And then I put them in their little area with their toys. And Yes, I give them the iPad sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. No mom shaming around here. You can give your kids the iPad every now and then as long as you monitor what they're watching. Yes, it's okay. A lot of people, a ton of people will tell you, oh my gosh, don't give them the iPad. You can give them the iPad every now and then. You are a parent, okay? You can watch what they're doing. You can see, you can monitor, and sometimes you just need that break. So do not feel like it's a horrible thing that you do that. No. And let me tell you something, half of these mothers out here that say, oh, I never give my kids an iPad, they're not telling the truth, okay? So I'm not even gonna go there. You guys know who I'm talking about. Anyways, I'll put them in their area with their iPad and their snacks and stuff like that. And then I'll just be on the couch with my blanket and I'll cuddle up and I'll have my delicious decadent cookies that I don't really try to dabble in too much. And just a whole bunch of snacks that I try to not have because my husband would no, you have these snacks. I'll have them. and you know, I'll eat, like I'll have my just like my delicious stuff, whatever it may be. I'll have like a movie. If I'm watching it with the kids around, like it will definitely be friendly to them. So I'll you know, put on like an Audrey Hepburn movie. Yes. You know, A Touch of Mink, you know, Roman Holiday. And usually if it's raining, it would be perfect outside because I love the rain. But if it's not raining, then I'll like close the shades in the living room, so like the home is like got this like nice little cozy feeling. Yeah, yes, that's a way of priming my mental state to put myself on vacation. Even though the kids are like all running around me, sometimes they crawl up on me to check on me and then they go back in their little corner and play. Like, that's my little mental vacation. And that's what you can do. And I'll do another video talking about, you know, how to give yourself a mental vacation within your situation. Because some of us might not be able to get a babysitter, and that's not something to huff and puff about, because we can survive it. Because why? Life is imperfect. Life is imperfect, and we can get through anything. It's all about here, you know, being mentally strong and thinking positively. You'll be so surprised what situations you can find yourself out of, or how really not bad our situations are if we just, you know, train this part of us. So okay, so I hear the kids just woke up from their nap, and I'm gonna go before they so I hope this helped, guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.